Meeting, please.
And make sure we're on. Wait, 1 second.
Yeah, it's weird today.
Okay, all right.
Good morning. I'd like to read an opening statement. This is to advise the general public that in compliance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, entitled Senator Byron M. Bear Open Public Meeting Act, New Jersey Casino Control Commission on December 9th, 2020, filed with Secretary of State at the State House in Trenton an annual meeting schedule. On December 9, 2020, copies were mailed to subscribers. Any member of the public who wishes to address the commission will be given the opportunity to do so before the commission adjourns for the day. Please acknowledge the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Welcome, everyone who is joining us remotely today as a measure to mitigate the spread of COVID-19 and protect the health and safety of meeting participants as well as members of the public interested in the meeting today. The Commission is continuing to use remote collaboration technology for meeting participants. The public is able to listen through access provided on the Commission's website, as well as through our YouTube channel. We will accept public comments via email. Public comments can be sent to public.comments@ccc.state.nj.us. I will repeat that address. Again, public comments can be sent to public.comments@ccc.state.nj.us, beginning now and any time throughout the meeting, ending at the time of adjournment. This meeting is being transcribed as well as recorded, and minutes will be available on our website in due course. The meeting participants, callers, I ask that you follow the instructions provided with the web link or audio call-in code and place your phones on mute until your matter is called. Also,
Recording in progress.
Also, please remember to identify yourself before speaking. Thank you.
For the record, for the roll purposes, please answer when I call your name, please. Vice Chair Cooper? Here. And Chairman Pelosi?
Here.
Thank you.
Before we begin the meeting, I would like to acknowledge two staff retirements that occurred this month. Frank Pedro retired after 25 years of service at the Commission. Frank worked as a casino inspector before moving to our licensing unit in 2011, where he became the face of the Commission to license applicants. Another longtime employee, Susan Soprano, retired with over 40 years as secretarial assistant. Susan was the last active employee hired under the Commission's first chairman, Joe Lordi. So her retirement was truly an end of an era here at the Casino Control Commission. On behalf of myself and Vice Chair Cooper, the Commission congratulates both Frank and Susan, and we wish them a happy and healthy retirement. Thank you.
Matters discussed in closed session this morning included employee key license application matters, as well as approval of the closed session meeting minutes from June 9, 2021. The first item for your consideration is the ratification of the minutes of the public meeting on June 9, 2021.
Are there any questions or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to ratify the minutes of the June 9th, 2021 meeting.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. I have it.
Thank you. Item number 2 are applications for initial casino key employee licenses. They include Namoda O. Adebawali, Howard P. Bruno, Nicole R. Bucciarelli, also known as Nicole R. Selly, Danielle L. Coleman, Mario R. Pollidinetti, Mark A. Rosenthal, Jason A. Sheets, and Christopher Fugniti Sr. The matters of Danielle Coleman and Christopher Fugniti Sr. will be called separately, as those are matters where a remand has been requested. With respect to the remaining applicants, Division has reviewed and has no objection to those granting. Staff has also reviewed and recommend that you grant those initial casino key employee licenses.
Are there any questions on any of these matters? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the 6 initial casino key employee licenses.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. As to D, Danielle L. Coleman, and H, Christopher Fugniti Sr., as previously indicated, an objection has been raised with respect to those 2 applicants. Division recommends that they be referred to conference. Staff has reviewed and recommend that you remand them to the contested case process.
Are there any questions regarding these 2 matters? Hearing none, is there a motion?
I move to remand for a hearing the 2 initial casino key employee license applications.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 3 are applications for resubmitted casino key employee licenses and/or for qualification. They include Thomas J. Balance, Christine M. Critelli, also known as Christine M. Tartaglio, also known as Christine M. Doherty, Thomas C. Fiore, Ralph V. D'Ambrosia, Patricia A. Finneran, also known as Patricia A. Arndt, Joseph R. Gunta, Aaron M. Kite, April L. Kite, Jason M. Lyons, Richard T. Meyer, Fernanda P. Nasetta Jr., William L. Norwood, Michael R. Osley, Paul A. Papatik Jr., Timothy R. Stafford, Richard M. Tartaglia, also known as Richard M. Cartaglia, Mark G. Walter. With respect to all of the items, staff has reviewed, the division has made its recommendation. There are no objections to any of the resubmissions. However, with respect to several of the items, we will call them separately, as they are also seeking key qualification, which requires statutorily a roll call vote. With respect to those, the matters that will be called separately will be Cretella, Fiore, Ambrosia, Finneran, Gunta, Lyons, Nassetti, and Stafford. The remaining items, we recommend that you grant them as no objections have been raised.
Are there any questions on any of these matters? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the 9 resubmitted casino key employee licenses.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you, Christine M. Critelli. Again, as indicated, no objection to her key license resubmission and qualification.
Is that a roll call vote?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Roll call vote.
Yep, ask for a motion. And
Do I have a, I'm sorry. Is
It's
there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant resubmitted key license and qualification.
I second that. All in favor?
Yep.
I'm sorry. Oh, roll call.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Vice Chair Cooper
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thomas C., I know it's a little convoluted, 'cause we've got several. Thomas C. Fiore, again, no objection to his resubmitted key and qualification.
Are there any questions regarding this matter? Hearing none, is there a motion?
I move to grant resubmitted key license and qualification.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Vice Chair Cooper?
Yes.
And Chairman Pelosi?
Yes.
This, let me go back for the record. Ms. Critelli is Vice President, Human Resources, Regional Caesars Entertainment, Inc. Mr. Fiore is Player Development Vice President, Harris Atlantic City Operating Company, LLC. Ralph V. D'Ambrosia, Vice President, National Marketing, Golden Nugget AC, LLC. Again, no objection to his resubmission and qualification.
Are there any questions regarding this matter? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant resubmitted key license and qualification.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Vice Chair Cooper
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Patricia A. Finneran, also known as Patricia Arndt, Director of Human Resources, Golden Nugget Atlantic City, LLC, and Golden Nugget Online Gaming, LLC. Again, there have been no objections raised, and the recommendation is to grant the resubmitted key license and qualification.
Are there any questions regarding this matter? Hearing none, is there a motion?
I move to grant resubmitted key license and qualification.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Vice Chair Cooper
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Joseph R. Gunta, Vice President of Operations for Harris Atlantic City Operating Company, LLC. Again, no objections have been raised, and the recommendation is to grant.
Are there any questions regarding this matter? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant resubmitted key license and qualification.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Vice Chair Cooper
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Jason M. Lyons, Customer Development Vice President, Marina District Development Company, LLC. Again, recommendation is to grant his resubmitted key license and qualification.
Are there any questions regarding this matter? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant resubmitted key license and qualification.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Vice Chair Cooper
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Fernando P. Nacita Jr., Vice President, Table Games, Harris Atlantic City Operating Company, LLC. Again, the recommendation is to grant Mr. Nacita's resubmitted key and qualification.
Are there any questions regarding this matter? Hearing none, is there a motion?
I move to grant resubmitted key license and qualification.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Vice Chair Cooper
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Lastly, Timothy R. Stafford, Vice President, Customer Development, Marina District Development Company, LLC. Again, recommendation is to grant the resubmitted key license and qualification.
Are there any questions regarding this matter? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant resubmitted key license and qualification.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Vice Chair Cooper
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you. Item number 4 are approvals through delegation of authority between June 3, 2021 and July 7, 2021 pursuant to resolution number 17011111C. No action is required. However, Patrick Eeler, manager, is on the line to review those matters with you for your information.
Patrick Eeler, Casino Control Commission Licensing and Financial Evaluation Manager here. Good morning, Mr. Chairman and Vice Chair Cooper. Between June 3rd and July 7th, 2021, staff of the Commission's Regulatory Affairs Division granted the following approvals via delegated authority. On June 3rd, 2021, temporary key employee license was granted to Ariel Roman for an assistant security shift manager position at Hard Rock Atlantic City. On June 16, 2021, temporary casino key employee licenses were granted to Jahira J. Ahmed for a casino cage supervisor position at Hard Rock Atlantic City, Robert J. DeLuce for a sportsbook supervisor position at Bally's Atlantic City, Hitul G. Mistry for a casino accounting manager position at Borgata, and Cynthia O. Powell for a casino cage supervisor position at Caesars Interactive Entertainment, New Jersey. On June 17, 2021, temporary key employee license was granted to Reginald Maynor, Jr. for an assistant security shift manager position at Hard Rock Atlantic City. On June 23, 2021, temporary casino key employee licenses were granted to Marie T. Duffy for a casino cashiering supervisor position at Ocean Casino, Monica J. Panico for a procurement manager position at Bally's Atlantic City, and Jonathan D. Rincon for account room supervisor position at Resorts Atlantic City. Also on June 23, 2021, a multi-casino endorsement on an existing casino key employee license was granted to Mario R. Paladinetti for a casino manager position at Hard Rock Atlantic City and Boardwalk 1000. And lastly, on July 7, 2021, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Daniel M. Wright for account room supervisor position at Resorts Atlantic City. This shall memorialize the noted approvals that were granted by delegated authority during this period, and no further commission action is required. Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 5 are requests for inactivation of casino key employee licenses. Mr. Eeler, again, will review those matters with you.
Good morning again. Patrick Eeler, Commission Licensing and Financial Evaluation Manager. In lieu of filing a casino key employee license review application, the following 2 individuals have requested to be placed on the casino key employee approved inactive list for a period of up to 5 years. They are Renee Marie Fleifel and Patty Lynn Snow. Commission staff has reviewed these requests and recommends granting the requested relief.
Are there any questions on these matters? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the requested relief and order that the 2 casino key employee licenses be inactivated.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Item number 6 is consideration of the lapsing of Michael J. Ray's casino key employee license. Again, Mr. Eeler will address that matter.
Thank you. Patrick Eeler, Casino Control Commission. At this time, there is 1 individual for your consideration to lapse his casino key employee license. In this case, the casino key employee license review application filing deadline has passed, and the individual has not filed a casino key employee license review application or requested to be placed on the approved inactive list. Based on these facts, staff recommends that the casino key employee license of Michael James Ray be deemed to have lapsed.
Are there any questions on this matter? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to find that Michael J. Ray's casino key employee license lapsed pursuant to NJAC 19:41A-6.1F of the regulations.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 7 is consideration of the initial application of James T. Williams III for a Casino Key employee license. Senior Counsel Teresa Pepinelli will address that matter.
Good morning, Chairman and Vice Chair Cooper. This is Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel appearing for the Commission. For your reconsideration is the initial application of James Williams for his Casino Key employee license. You have staff's memo. The division has alleged Mr. Williams has not complied with his reporting conditions. The matter is now before you for reconsideration. Brian Basiglia is here on behalf of the division.
Good morning, Chair, Vice Chair. Brian C. Basiglia on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. As the materials before you show, Mr. Williams has failed to comply with the conditions of his stipulation of settlement that granted him key licensure. Furthermore, Mr. Williams has failed to comply with Commission Counsel requests to provide the information as well as conference notices sent by the Commission for conferences with the Commission and the Division regarding this matter. Finally, it does not seem as Mr. Williams is present for today's proceedings. So based upon his failure to comply, his failure to respond, and his failure to attend today's proceedings, the division must ask that his application be denied and that he be found disqualified. Thank you.
Staff would just like to clarify that this would be a revocation.
I apologize, a revocation.
Thank you.
Are there any questions for council? Hearing none, just for the record, we do not have Mr. Williams on the line, correct?
That's correct, Mr. Chairman, and I would indicate for the record as well that Senior Counsel made an additional phone call this morning to attempt to reach him, to re-advise him that today was scheduled for your consideration.
Did she get him today, or was just a voicemail?
It was just a voicemail,
Teresa,
Chairman.
okay.
Thank you. Are there any other questions for council? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to A, find James T. Williams III disqualified pursuant to NJSA 5:12-80 B and D, NJSA 5:12-86 B, and NJSA 5:12-89 B, and also B, revoke his Casino Key employee license.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, ayes have it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 8 is consideration of the plenary qualification of Timothy J. Lambert to serve as Senior Vice President and Counsel, Regional Operations and Compliance of Caesars Entertainment, Inc. This matter comes back before you for plenary consideration of Mr. Lambert's qualification. His temporary qualification was granted by you on November 18, 2020, resolution number 2011-1807. I do believe that council is here for both Caesars Entertainment, Inc. and for the division.
Yeah, thank you, Diana. It's Paul O'Gara pronouncing for the petitioner. As Ms. Fauntleroy indicated, you found Tim Lambert temporarily qualified in November of 2020. The division has filed their report, and we would ask that you adopt the draft resolution granting plenary qualification to Mr. Lambert, and we have no objection to its form or entry. Thank you.
Good morning, Chairman and Vice Chair Cooper. Tracy Richardson, Deputy Attorney General for the Division of Gaming Enforcement. You have our plenary report recommending the qualification of Mr. Lambert. We have also reviewed the draft resolution and have no objections. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and find Timothy J. Lambert qualified to serve as Senior Vice President and Counsel, Regional Operations and Compliance for Caesars Entertainment, Inc., in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1C, NJSA 5:12-89B 1 and 2, and NJAC 13:69C-2.7.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote?
Vice Chair Cooper
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 9 is the joint petition of Marina District Development Company, LLC, and MGM Resorts International requesting permission for Talik Mendati to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Chief Strategy, Innovation, and Technology Officer pending his plenary qualification. This matter is before you as a result of a petition, PRN 187-2105, filed by Marina District Development Company and MGM Resorts International, dated July 6, 2021, seeking Mr. Mendita's temporary qualification for the position as indicated. I do believe that counsel for both MDDC and MGM is present, as well as representation from the Division of Gaming Enforcement.
Good morning, Chair Pelosi, Vice Chair Cooper, Patrick Madamba, Senior Vice President and Legal Counsel for MGM Resorts International. On behalf of MGM, Marina District Development Company, and Talik Mendati, we have read the draft resolution, and it is fine in form and substance. Accordingly, we ask that the resolution be entered. Thank you.
Good morning again, Chairman and Vice Chair Cooper, Tracy Richardson for the Division of Gaming Enforcement. You have our response of no objection to the temporary qualification of Mr. Mandati. We've also reviewed the draft resolution and have no objections. Thank you.
Are there any questions for counsel? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and authorize Talik Mendati on a temporary basis and prior to his plenary qualification to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Chief Strategy, Innovation, and Technology Officer for MGM Resorts International, subject to the conditions contained in NJSA 5:12-85.1 C and D and NJAC 13:69C-2.7.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote?
Vice Chair Cooper
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 10 is the petition of AC Ocean Walk LLC, doing business as Ocean Resorts, requesting an extension of Kelly Burke's temporary casino key employee license and temporary qualification. This matter was originally brought before the commission by way of a petition that was filed on July 2, 2021, seeking the requested relief. By way of background, you granted a temporary casino key employee license and temporary qualification to Ms. Burke at your August 12, 2020 meeting by resolution number 20-08-1211. Ms. Burke stepped from that position on October 21, 2020, as a result of which the key and qualification lapsed. The petition now seeks to reissue that temporary casino key employee license and pursue the plenary investigation of her key license and qualification. I believe that the petitioner is represented by counsel on behalf of AC Ocean, and the division is represented by counsel as well. I would defer to counsel.
Thank you. Good morning, Chairman Pelosi and Commissioner Cooper. I'm Joseph Musket. I'm the Senior Vice President and General Counsel for Ocean Casino Resort, appearing on behalf of Ocean Casino Resort and Ms. Kelly Burke. I've reviewed the resolution concerning the continuation of the temporary casino key employee license and qualification of Kelly Burke. to permit her to perform the duties and exercise the powers of Chief Marketing Officer and Senior Vice President of AC Ocean Walk on July 24th, 2021. And I have no objection in form and substance to the resolution. And I respectfully request on behalf of Ocean Casino Resort and Ms. Burke that the resolution be approved as written. Thank you for your consideration.
Good morning, Chairman Pelosi and Commissioner Cooper. This is Sarah Ben David appearing on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division submitted a recommendation regarding this matter on July 13th, 2021. As indicated in that recommendation, the division does not object to the issuance of a temporary casino key employee license and temporary qualification for Ms. Burke to resume her position as Senior Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer of AC Ocean Walk, LLC. As reviewed by Ms. Fauntleroy, Ms. Burke was previously issued a temporary key license and found temporarily qualified, and such temporary licensure and qualification were in effect for approximately 2 of the 9 months. The division has no objection to now continuing the temporary license and temporary qualification for the remaining period of approximately 7 months, which will run until February 2022. I have reviewed the draft resolution and offered comments to Commission staff, but I do not object to the substance of the requested relief. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and A, find good cause and grant the requested relief, and B, reissue and extend Kelly Burke's temporary casino key employee license qualification effective July 24th, 2021. And C, authorize Ms. Burke to perform the duties and exercise the powers as Senior Vice President, Chief Marketing Officer for AC Ocean Walk, LLC, pending qualification and licensure, subject to the conditions in NJSA 5:12-85.1C, NJSA 5:12-89A and B, and NJAC 13:69C-2.6, and as set forth in the resolution.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote?
Vice Chair Cooper
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you. Item number 11 is consideration of the plenary qualification of Warren B. Richards to serve as Senior Vice President, Food and Beverage for AC Ocean Walk, LLC, doing business as Ocean Resorts. In this case, Mr. Richard first appeared at your November 18, 2020 meeting, at which time you granted him a temporary casino key employee license and temporary qualification to serve in the capacity of Senior Vice President, Food and Beverage for AC Ocean. That relief was reflected in Resolution 2011-0808. The matter is now before you for Mr. Richards' plenary casino key employee licensure and plenary qualification. And I do believe that, again, council is on the call with respect to AC Ocean and as with respect to the Division of Gaming Enforcement.
Once again, Joseph Musket, Senior Vice President and General Counsel for Ocean Casino Resort, appearing on behalf of Ocean Casino Resort and Warren B. Richards. I reviewed the resolution concerning the initial casino key employee license and plenary qualification of Warren B. Richards to serve as Senior Vice President of Food and Beverage for Ocean Casino Resort. I have no objection in form and substance to the resolution, and I respectfully ask on behalf of Ocean Casino Resort and Warren B. Richards that the resolution be approved as written. Once again, thank you for your consideration.
Good morning again, Chairman Pelosi and Commissioner Cooper. This is Sarah Ben David appearing on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division filed its report in this matter on July 7th, 2021, recommending the issuance of a plenary casino key employee license and plenary qualification of Warren B. Richards to serve as Senior Vice President, Food and Beverage of AC Ocean Walk, LLC. I have reviewed the draft resolution and have no objection. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and A, grant an initial casino key employee license to Warren B. Richards pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89B4, NJSA 5:12-89E, and NJAC 19:41A-5.3, and B, find Mr. Richards qualified to serve as the Senior Vice President for Food and Beverage for AC Ocean Walk, LLC, in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1C, NJSA 5:12-89B 1 and 2, and NJAC 13:69C-2.6.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote?
Vice Chair Cooper?
Yes.
And Chairman Pelosi?
Yes.
In accordance with Resolution 20120903, the next closed session will be held on Wednesday, August 11th, 2021, at 9:30 a.m. in the Commission offices.
Thank you. This is the public participation portion of the meeting. Ms. Fauntleroy, do we have any comments from the public?
Mr. Chairman, I have been informed that there are none.
Thank you. Hearing none, the public participation portion is now closed. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make the motion.
I second that motion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Meeting adjourned.